Democrats, Republicans are both messing up. I'm going to focus on two states, that is Arizona and Florida. And whoa, people are just, they don't know what to do or what to believe because there is a whole lot going on. And that is Ron DeSantis. Now, when Ron DeSantis first ran for governor, he was a lesser known person and he was not doing well in the polls. But however, when Donald Trump endorsed him, the skies opened up. It was and then Ron DeSantis is what? Governor. Now, interestingly enough, Ron DeSantis has turned his back flip-flops a lot between helping Trump and hating Trump. Me, I believe he wants to be Trump, but can't be Trump because there's only one Trump. Man, how many times did I say Trump in one sentence? Want Trump to be Trump, but can't be Trump. Wow. Okay. And keep in mind, I am an independent. So if you start saying that you don't know that whether I'm a Democrat or a Republican, I'm an independent. I don't have a dog in a fight. You have to earn my vote. However, that right there is the interesting part. You got to earn my vote. And many people, what they do is they have that blind, what do you call it? Allegiance to a party. No. I look at your platform, so you might want to get out of that. But having said all that, let's get down to the nitty gritty. And that is this. OMG. DeSantis. He is governor, but now he's running for president. Now, here's an interesting thing. The money. He has gone to several different countries as governor. Oh, Ron, you're messing up. Ron, you're really messing up. And Trump is going to slobber knock you. He is, because you make it too doggone easy. Stupidity should not be your strong suit, and that's just my humble opinion. Just my thought. Now, let's look at this. Let me make this a little bigger. Because you can't make this stuff up. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Ron DeSantis, the global trade mission this week is being funded by an organization that fellow Republicans have been trying to eliminate, raising questions about whether at least some taxpayers' money will be used as his ambition moons the world. Now, all right, Ron, you are upsetting your base. That is not good. That is not good, because what you do in Florida, or as some people say, Florida, what you do there, people are going to know because your contemporaries or people that you're running against are going to announce it. So I don't think that is very smart on your behalf. But it's not smart. But let's get back into it. Let's take a little deeper look. Just a little deeper look. All right. Okay, let's skip that right there. Okay, DeSantis announced to travel extensively outside of Florida in advance off of the potential 2024 presidential bid, and he received some criticism, including with the GOP. Now, it's interesting that you're saying potential. So you haven't really thrown your hat in the ring. No. You're looking at it. Maybe. Kind of. I might run for president. Maybe. No. No, 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 no. Or as Littlefoot would say, no, 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 no. Don't do that dumb stuff. Yes. You're saying potential candidate, and you're going to all these different countries for what? You could have done that as governor because you are the president of Florida. That is what governor is. You are the head person that makes the rules, that can veto, do whatever. That, Ron, that's not smart on so many different levels. But however, let's get back to the article. Now, this is where it gets really, it gets really hot here. Donald Trump releases the funding issue in a post on the Truth Social platform Monday, saying DeSantis would be using taxpayers' money for his emergency around the world tour in order to get his name and to see if he can remove the stains of his failing campaign. Oh my goodness. Look, Trump is already on you. He's already on you. You know, Ron? Okay. I'm an independent. And I can say with full confidence, and I'm going to put this out there a year in advance, a year and some months in advance. Ron, you're not going to make it. You're not going to get the bid. You're not going to get the Republican nomination. You're messing up and you are forgetting that Trump is a shark. There is blood in the water and he is going to attack. Especially when he endorsed you and you turned his back. Actually, you messed with him a little. And in doing that, you got his attention. Oh, oh, it sucks to be you, doesn't it? But let's get back to the article, the dumb stuff that you're doing. All right. Perhaps he can, and perhaps he can't. Who really knows? But I have plenty of time to think as he sits alone and his taxpayers funding the airplane rides outside. Why? Trump asked about this. Yeah, and I ask why too. All right. In 2019, DeSantis traveled to Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and 100 people are a part of the trade organization in Enterprise, Florida. So this is the place to where some Republicans have an issue with. Just like the last time, it is not paid for, or it's not paid for the taxpayers at the taxpayers' expense, excuse me. John Griffin said, the governor's spokesman at NBC. Well, the taxpayers did appear to foot at least some of the cost. Previous trips, according to the News Service of Florida, citing a document released by the state's economic department agency, at least 6 trips totaling up to $442,504, and private donors paid for more than 2/3 of it, but the taxpayers flipped $131,000. Okay. You messed up, man. You messed up. Florida's getting hit hard. And you're gallivanting around the world in a private jet. And yeah, you do have some private donors that are flipping the bill, but they didn't flip all of it. If they want you to go here, there, then they need to pay for it. Right? Now, DeSantis, you're not the only one messing up. On the other side of the United States, you have Kate Hobbs, Governor Kate Hobbs. And I'm telling you, Arizona, you are regretting it. You're like, oh, Carrie, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a racist because you were affiliated with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is a racist. And because he's a racist, you must be a racist because birds of a feather flock together, right? Well, wrong. Oh my goodness. You all are hurting. You're hurting bad. And me being an independent, I criticize both parties because I can. I have no allegiance at all. But when you do something wrong, I'm going to call you out. And oh, Hobbs, you are wrong. You are wronger than two left shoes. MG, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Uh, Let me try to get this thing up here before I put this article up. Man, you are messing up, Hobbs. Okay, let me hurry up and get this up. I hope it works. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to make sure that this thing works. I want to make sure I see your comments. Forgive me for slowing up a little bit. Doggone it. Okay, I got to do it another way. So let me go back on what I was saying. Okay. Now, this stuff did not come up. Where are the percentages? Okay, this is not good. Okay, well, we're going to work around this. I'm struggle streaming, and I thank you for sticking with me. This was not supposed to happen like this. Is this it? No, that's Desantis. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Now, here's a really interesting part. And I'm going to add this into, let me see if this works. Oh, thank you for staying with me. This is not supposed to happen the way it's happening. Not good. Okay, voila. All right, right here. Let me make this bigger so we all can see. She's messing up bad. Hobbs. Gov- Governor Hobbs, you're messing up. All right. Governor Hobbs is getting pushback from some in own party off after veto bill of homemade food bill. Now, in case of you don't know what this is, the homemade food bill, and it's called different things in different states. That's where you have those people who have a truck and they go around in their truck and sell their food. Well, where I live at in the DMV area, many Latinos, they make their money that way. They sell food from wherever country they come from outside. Now, some of them don't have vendors and they work to get money in order to get the licensing. Having said that, there has been a lot of how can I say concessions and openings for the Latino community, and more so now they changed the title from illegal aliens to illegal migrants. So they have a lot more concessions, and you may not agree with me, but fine. You don't have to agree with me, but at least look up and see what I'm talking about, and then you can say, okay, I don't agree with you. This stuff is facts. It's written law, and she's getting ready to prove it. Prove my point. All right. Okay, this is where it gets wild. Okay, Democratic Senator Sally Ann Gonzalez is a longtime Arizona lawmaker. She has never thought that she would vote to override a Democratic governor's veto, but that uh, Gonzalez has planned on doing Tuesday morning at the Capitol. The House Bill 2509 is more affectionately known as or called the Tamale Bill. It was passed with supermajorities from both houses. Kate Hobbs vetoed the bill last week. Lawmakers are set to vote to try to override the governor's veto on Tuesday. Senator Gonzalez is is about fighting for some of the constituents' livelihood. A lot of them, they do it to be able to survive, Gonzalez says. My constituents cook and sell food so that they can survive and they can themselves put food on their table and pay their bills and pay their rent. So I'm going to do the right thing and I'm going to vote. I'm going to be voting for my constituents, and that's right there is what you were supposed to do because your constituents voted for you to fight for them. Now, if it's anything like the DMV area, Maryland and Washington D.C., and I can't quote on Virginia, I'm not quite sure. Now, you can come through any of the port of entry and you can come here just with no paperwork. Say, hey, I'm here, and you get a court date, and you immediately get an ID, a social security number. This is immediate through Joe Biden. An ID, social security number. You even get money and food stamps and a place to live, and then you're sent to whichever sanctuary city there is. Now, there's DC is the whole DC is a sanctuary city. We're not even a state, but not even a city. Territory, but I'm going to leave it right there. Now, Maryland, you have many places within Maryland to where you have sanctuary cities. Baltimore, right outside of DC, Hyattsville, Tacoma. And you can vote on local elections. You can't vote for president. You can't vote on the federal level, but on local, it's wild. Now, I don't know what Hobbs is. She may be a Trojan horse and to flip a lot of things. Who knows? But back to the article. This is wild. Okay. I'm going to be doing a voting for my constituents, and they are the ones that sent me here. Okay. Now, Hobbs cited concerns over the food safety. Food safety. Now, this right here is going to be quite interesting. Very interesting. Now, I know in a DMV area, especially Washington, D.C., you have to go through classes, something called clean hands. And you have to learn food preparation to where how you wash your hands, how you prepare everything, how you keep your truck. It has to go through a lot of safety inspections. And it takes at least about 6 to 9 months to go through all of the certifications that you have to go through in order to get your truck. Now, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay. In the letter to the Republican Speaker of the House, Ben Thomas, Hobbs said, in part, this bill would significantly increase the risk of foodborne illnesses by expanding the ability of cottage food vendors to sell high risk food, it falls to establish sufficient minimum standards of the inspection or certification of the home based food businesses and could limit the ability of ADHS, was it the Arizona Department of Health Safety, I guess, and investigate the foodborne diseases outbreak. Gonzalez takes issue with that. She has not been, there has not been any health concerns in the Prima County and in my district on anyone getting home goods to sell to be able to supplement their income. Now, okay, I can most definitely attest that out here in DC, now, if you don't have a truck, you have those people who stand out on the corner. And one of these days, I'm going to start taking pictures so you can see what I'm talking about. I would have to get their permission first because I don't want no problems. Or maybe even interview some people. They stand out on the corner and they have their food preparation, and a lot of them do not wear gloves. They don't. They just, I'm going to leave it like that. But I see where Governor Hobbs is coming from. However, the Democrats are not going to see it like that because that's how it has been done. And even previous governors, Republican governors, didn't do anything about it. They left it alone. So if Representative Gonzalez is saying, well, there has never been a problem in my area, and you're taking food from my constituents' table, I get that. They voted for her. It's going to be most definitely a big fight. So, quite interesting. Let's get back to the article. Okay. 2/3 of the majority of both houses need to override the governor's veto, and that's 40 of the House and 20 in the Senate. Very interesting. The Democratic leadership in both the House say they will not vote to override the veto. Oh my goodness, it's going to be some fighting. Instead, they want to work with the Governor Hobbs to craft a bill that they can get behind. Now, that right there is, I think that right there makes sense. I think it does make sense. It's gonna be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one, and I can see right now. I can see right now that Governor Hobbs is going to be pegged as a racist. I'm going to tell you that right now. Today is what? April 25th, Eastern Standard Time. I'm saying that soon Governor Hobbs is going to be pegged as a Democratic racist. Now, those who want to work with Governor Hobbs to make changes that they can get behind, because if everyone just sort of jumps behind it and says, hey, we're going to override this bill and forget about what Hobbs is talking about as far as food safety, forget about that. The constituents want this, and I do get that the representatives have to go according to what their constituents want. I got it. However, they must be smart about it, because if anything does occur, because there's always recalls. If you may hear about a certain farm has sold some lettuce that has gone to 5 different states, and there's an outbreak of E. coli, there might be 2 people. That right there is a problem, and they remove it and go through it and find the issue, correct it. Now, what Gonzalez is saying is that, no, I'm going to veto it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. We're going to override it, and I'm going to get all Democrats because all Democrats, we all stand together. That's not happening. So this is going to be very interesting to watch. Now, I do know that they're like, well, I can't say I do know, but there is a strong belief on my part that many people are thinking, oh, I should have voted for Carrie. Oh, why should have voted for her? Because she's a Republican and she was endorsed by Trump and Trump's a racist. Still, I ask people, what has Trump done to be called a racist? And keep in mind, being a racist, it has actions. You have to do something. You have to actually do something to be a racist. You just can't sit here and just, no, that doesn't work. Let me see. If you want to call in, you can please call in if you have something to say about the articles, if you agree or disagree. Yes, I'm low tech. Yes, I am. I got my Pony Express, my cell phone. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, please like and subscribe. Now, if you want to call in, you can. And give me your thoughts about DeSantis and Governor Hobbs. What are your thoughts? I gotta say, I found this whole ordeal quite interesting. I just see Donald Trump I mean, just beating the mess out of DeSantis. I just don't. He's messing up. I don't know whether if he's doing that to throw his name out there to get all these free trips and rubbing elbows with people that he normally would not have rubbed elbows with. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. And Hobbs, it's going to be quite interesting because looking at the I don't know why it's not showing up, but it showed that there were counties in Arizona that flipped from Republican to Democrat. And the last I heard that there were, what was it, like 4 million illegal migrants. We're not talking about the people that came here legally. No, we're talking about the illegal migrants that have come here through 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 the Democratic rule that Joe Biden loosened the laws to allow more illegal migrants. Now, what I find rather interesting is that once they get darker, they get turned away. So there were some Haitians that wanted to come in, and Joe Biden sent them away. Joe Biden, you're letting your racism show. Now that right there, if you say come, we got free stuff for you. Come, and people come, and when they come and they have a certain amount of melanin in their body, and you turn them away and send them back, that's an action. That is racism. All right. On that note, tell me what you think. Leave something in the comment section. You think I'm wrong? Say, hey, politics with Laura, I think you're wrong. Okay. Don't blame me. Blame the articles. On that note, I want to thank you